Motobucks in the morning.
Hello. All right. Welcome, everyone. And today we want to talk about this weekend. We've had a lot of good new listings come on, huh?
We have had some good listings come on. And we've helped some good folks out in the process.
That's right. And the big question is, where are the buyers? Where are the buyers?
You guys, you got to get up on all these good deals.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm going to go buy them all up like usual.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good stuff.
What is the buyer's guarantee, Dave?
The buyer's guarantee.
If one wanted to know, what is the buyer's guarantee?
Well, apparently people are a little bit nervous to buy these cars sight unseen, but why they would be nervous is beyond me, because it doesn't matter if you go out and the car is not as stated or you don't buy the vehicle, you will get all of your money back. So a lot of people know about, if you've placed a bid, that there's a 10% buyer's fee. Well, it's 100% refundable if you don't buy the car. So don't be afraid to buy the car.
Is it like Amazon, Dave?
It is like Amazon.
So if I don't like it, I can just return it?
Yes, you can.
So if you don't like the car, you don't have to buy it.
Right.
And then you'll get your money back. And we give it back really quickly. So as soon as you tell us, we instantly credit you back, send you a check, whatever we have to do. If you have PayPal, we can PayPal it to you, that sort of thing. So it's very easy. We're making this very user friendly. So for the buyer, we have a buyer guarantee to where if you get there and the transmission was slipping and they didn't say so, you can leave the car behind. And then you tell us, and we're just going to verify it really quickly, and then we're just going to send you your check back. Because once we want to do too is to tell the seller to knock it off and not do that anymore, and to repost their car for free. And so we're taking care of the sellers and we're taking care of the buyers. And so the sellers, 100% free. It's like we took Amazon and eBay and we mixed them together on a car platform. So you get the return policy of Amazon, but you get all the cool stuff for eBay. So you get a reserve, you get buy it now prices, all that kind of good stuff. You get awesome customer service. Me, with my knowledge of automobiles since I was arguably 8 years old, and I'm 49.
Give us a call.
So how many years
You'll
is
find
that?
out. It's a lot of years, man.
How many years? It's like 41 years of automobile experience. So
right.
You get that for free. And then if you buy a car and it isn't what you say it is, or they say it is, then you call us.
Get your money back.
Give you your money back, and we don't argue with you at all.
Yeah. And you know what?
So if I bid on a car, Dave,
mm-hmm.
and I got there and it didn't have wheels on it, what would I do?
Probably get your money back, wouldn't you?
I would get my money back. And what if I went there and the person didn't mention something small, like the engine was knocking?
I don't know. Maybe.
And then I started the car, clack, 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 clack. What would happen?
Well, you'd probably choose not to buy the car, right?
And then what would happen?
You'd get your money back.
I would get my money back.
Oh man, that's what a wonderful concept.
Now let me ask you a question. If you bought a car at another auction, no matter what auction it was, and it has that little sticker, as is, where is, no warranties, no guarantees, and you bought that car, what would happen?
You'd own a car.
You would own a car. You would pay for this junker, and then you would try to drive it. You're like, it has a blown transmission. But this time, on Motobucks,
you get
can
your money.
win the auction, and when you get there, if it has a blown transmission or something, you take it for a ride, and it's not as promised. What happens, Dave?
You get your money back.
You get your money back.
And also, too, one thing to bring up, because we've been getting a lot of this in the Facebook groups lately, is, I hear a lot of bashing about buying a car for under $1,000 and how it's not possible. You can't find a car that runs. And, it's nonsense, because these cars, they're coming from
Can I tell you a little story,
the
Dave,
street.
about that?
Go ahead.
About people not believing me that I bought cars so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was called out to North Las Vegas. It was a woman. She was from Hawaii. And she said that her and her boyfriend got in a fight, and she had a truck, an Explorer in her backyard that she needed to sell. So the car was on flats. It had a bad fuel pump, so it did not run, and she did not have a key for it. So it was not that great. Anyway, I hired a tow truck. I got it out of the backyard. She signed the title. Everything was great. About 3 weeks later, after I had fixed the truck up, I went to the DMV to get a title.
Sure.
And instead, the guy grabbed the title and went in the back and said, "Oh, I think there's a problem." And 15 minutes later, 2 police officers approached me at the DMV.
Okay.
And they said, "Could you please come and talk with us?" And I said, I would be delighted. So we went outside, and they're questioning me. And I told them that I bought this car for $200. And they looked at me, Dave, and they said, "That is impossible. You cannot buy a car for $200. And I say, "You can. And you can do it every single day of the week. And there's cars that are drivable that need very minor work." And another thing, too, guys, is that if you buy a car, and ladies, if you buy a car on here, we also have other people that you can take these cars to and get them fixed properly.
And real quick,
not, be stuck with something that needs some work.
Yep.
And can't take it.
And also, too, we see a couple of you guys are on the live feed here. Go ahead and type something in and let us know who you are. This is, if it's your first time coming onto our live feed, if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them for you.
But mostly we would just want to let you know how to get cars extremely cheap. And then also I'm going to share all my secrets, all my mechanics, all my body shop guys, how to process titles, every single thing. So we bought a 2003 Mercedes, a little Mercedes. And, they had some electrical problems, and it ended up being a fix of about $100. So for about $200, I got a Mercedes that runs and drives, and it's probably worth like $1,000.
Very easily, yeah.
So there's lots of cars on here.
But that's impossible.
No, there's plenty of them
right
there.
That's impossible.
There's cars on our website right now, a Toyota Camry that has not a whole lot of miles on it. There is, what other cars?
There's a lot. We got there's a lot of cars $500 or less.
What was that other one that I put on Saturday?
There's a Kia. There's a Kia on there. If you're looking for a running car, I don't know who's watching us right now, but if you're looking for a car that can be quickly picked up and driven, there's a few on there right now that pass smog. They run and drive. They pass smog. How can you get a car for $100?
And no, creepiness. These people, they're, you can ask them questions and all kinds of stuff there without anybody having your cell phone number or your address, that kind of stuff. So it kind of knocks down, even the creepiness level.
Right. Awesome. And thank you, Andrea, for the compliment. It is a lot of great information, and we hope that this information does help you.
Here's a Volkswagen. We're just going to post this one up too. It's a '98 Volkswagen. All it needs is a clutch, and I'm sure the guy is just going to probably take little or nothing for it. So we're gonna be posting that one up here pretty shortly.
Yeah.
And so, again, you know what? We have people on here, Dave. Why don't you tell them about the 100% buyer's guarantee?
Yeah. Well, if you didn't catch it before, you can catch it now. So if you were to buy a car here and anything was wrong with the car at all that wasn't mentioned in the ad, you get your buyer's fee back. So do not wait.
How much of the buyer's fee, Dave?
100% of the buyer's fee.
All the buyer's fee. So you mean if I go to a car and it said it runs and drives and it does not run and drive, I can get all my money back?
All of your money back.
Can you do that at other auctions?
No, I don't think you can.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, but anyway, all right, guys, but get on there, place some bids, get your first buy-in. Like I said, if you go out in the car, give it a try, place a bid. You'd be surprised. A lot of these cars, they'll say, they'll have a steal the deal price of $600 or $800, and the reserve is much lower. So if you're not familiar with the auction format, the reserve is the lowest amount that seller will take. So even if a car is posted at 800, the reserve might be at 400. So don't be afraid to place a bid with the amount of money that you're comfortable with paying for the car, and see what happens. Because even if you don't hit the reserve, the seller can take the offer. So, you just might win the car.
And if it's not as it says it is, you get 100% back in your pocket very quickly.
Every last penny.
All right, Dave. I think we got that cleared out.
All right. Awesome. Well,
Motobucks in the morning, every Monday morning, we're going to be here at 9-ish, waiting for your questions and talking about car stuff.
That's right. So, and if you haven't yet, make sure you like our Facebook page. And if you aren't watching this live, feel free to add your questions below. We'll answer them as soon as they come in. And thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next Monday at 9 a.m.